In my family, they always looked at me as like the strong one. Even though, yeah, I probably smile a lot and I'm always happy or I seem happy, I'm not all the time. I end up giving birth to Raiden at 24 weeks, which is 6 months. I kind of felt like I had a blur through everything. I just kept faith. It was the Friday before I had him, which I had him on that following Monday. And I went to the doctor and I told her, I said, something don't feel right. Yet I know I've been pregnant before and stuff like that, but I said, something's not right. But she said, oh no, everything is fine. I said, but can you check me? I feel like he's low. She said, oh no, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you. The next day, went to the ER and I told them again, I said, something is wrong. So that doctor, she just said, oh, you must be constipated and dehydrated. They just sent me home and I was just so tired and out of it till I just went on home. The next day, again, same problem. I said, you know what? I told my mom, I said, I know I'm in labor. Just take me to a different hospital. And I got there, I was 3 centimeters. Since he was breech, I had to have an emergency C-section. And he was 1 pound, 9 ounces. I didn't know if he would be alive. I didn't know what to expect. I did have a huge support, whether it be my family, BIH, or friends. I knew that it was someone I could turn to and talk to about things. So, you know, in 2020, COVID happened. So then that's when BIH turned into us doing Zoom calls every week. I probably get like three phone calls a week from different staff members just checking on me, on my mental state. And during that 8 months that he was in the hospital and with COVID, I still attended the classes at BIH. I still came every week because I now was even more like I wanted to be informed of what was going on. I started reading more things, asking them questions. But what I did pay attention to was while I was in the class about how African American women are not really, like doctors, they don't really listen to us. Had they would have just listened to me that Friday, then they would have said, hey, we're going to admit you in the hospital. You can't walk, you can't do anything, nothing. When the baby's in the hospital, you get a social worker, you get a case manager, a physician, all this stuff going on. So with talking to them, they were like, oh, your son is doing so well that they were trying to push me out of that hospital, actually. I said, but if he's doing so good, why is he still in this position then? He's not doing well. He didn't have the tube in for about 2 months, which was good. However, he caught a pneumonia and he caught the rhinovirus, which is the common cold. And this was before he got the tracheostomy. But once we got to the bottom of it, they did leave me alone after a while because they saw that I wasn't playing and that I did take the advice that I got from BIH, which was put it in writing, talk to someone higher up. One of them was even offering to write a paper for me or to even try to help with speaking to someone to be my advocate. But I guess with me being a little stern with them and really letting them know I wasn't playing at that time, because now my mind is coming back and I'm kind of a little bit at ease, and I was getting back to Starla. So since I was getting back to myself, I was able to speak up because I'm really the person that would speak up for someone. But when I was in this vulnerable situation, I really just couldn't do it. I was in so much pain, it was hard to, so you do need somebody there to advocate for you. Thank God nothing else was wrong with him. No brain bleed, nothing with the heart. Just the only thing that was wrong with him was that his lungs wasn't just fully developed. But it was basically lung disease that he had. Long story short, he had been through 3 surgeries, and this was the last surgery that he had to get was to get the tracheostomy. It became a little harder because now it's not like he's at the hospital and they are the ones that are doing all of his cares. Now it's just me, and then, but I do have nurses as well that come in, but then my family that help as well. And it's temporarily, so this is not something that's going to stick with him. Like he's going to have the trach for the rest of his life. He's actually winging right now from the ventilator, which is they will take off the circuit right here and see how long he can go with breathing on his own. He actually did 25 minutes on his own. I really felt like God sent me here to this class. I really did, because it gave me some insight on it. It was a reason why I had to be here for that first few months. But I was happy that I did attend the class, because I did learn a lot of new things. I'm looking at the slides. I'm hearing what these ladies are saying. I'm hearing different stories about what they have went through or what people have been through. I just didn't think it would get to that point that I would have to be in this position. I just felt like it wouldn't happen to me. So, but when it did, I was just like, dang, I should have spoke up more for myself or allow someone to speak up for me. I second guessed a lot of things. This has been going on for years. With African American women, we inherit our ancestors' stress. Back in slavery time, because of my ancestors and the things that they had to go through, it got passed down from generation to generation to generation. And that could be the reason why we have a lot of miscarriages or premature babies. It is a big issue with going into having a baby early and not knowing what was going on. So even though it's too late for me, it don't necessarily have to be too late for anyone else that I can help out with. So anyone that I have in my family that are pregnant, I actually refer them to this group, and I always tell them how big of a help it was for me.